it's Jill from Glimmerbug, and today I wanted to share with you some of my ATC or AT coins that I've been doing. I'm totally addicted to these things. Like it's crazy. I love doing them. I love using up my scraps and all that kind of stuff. And now I'm using some of my art on these little pieces. So I wanted to share with you what I've been doing, and then give you a little speed up so that you can kind of follow along and see my process of how I create these little guys. So first thing I wanted to show you was so I love putting little quirky little people on my coins. So this is what I'm going to show you today. Actually, I created these little peeps, little whatever they are, imaginary dudes, to put on my my coins. So I painted them, and I used a lot of little mixed media techniques, and then and these are actually, as an aside, available for purchase on my in my web shop. So if you want to stop by over there, head over there, and you can get these to download, and they're resizable, and there's a bunch on one page, so you can use them for any sort of kooky little project, and you can probably recolor them and do all that kind of stuff. But anyway, just wanted to make sure I fit that in. So I did a bunch of these guys, as you'll see here. See, I had these scrap pieces of white paper in my scrap box, just plain white cardstock, and they seemed to be going to waste. So I thought, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create some little people, thingies, monsters, whatever they are, freaks, to put on my cards. So I painted them, and I did a lot of little things to, stamps and pens and collage, and then scanned them in and made some collage elements. So here are a couple more. Put those guys over there. Here are a couple more. I just finished these. Oops, you got an extra little piece of paper on him. I just finished these a couple minutes ago, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a video, like a process video, so you can see how I create these little guys. Aren't they so cute? I just love them. And I'll end up scanning them in, because these are the originals. I'll scan them in, clean them up a little bit in my photo editing software, and then use them to decorate cards and coins and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I think they came out really cute. I like them. They're unique. Oops, whoops-a-doo. They're one of a kind, and they're totally quirky, and they're just weird. And I like weird. Like, I don't know. They're imaginative, and I like that. And I'm inspired by, I have 3 little kids, and they are super, super creative, and they come up with the weirdest stuff, and I love the ideas that they have. So I'm trying to channel my inner 7- and 8-year-old, 10-year-old, and see what I can come up with. So those are them. So I'm going to get my stuff ready, and then we'll start just doodling around. So what you need for supplies, like I said, just junky cardstock, like I had in my my scrap pile. I'm just using cheapo Walmart, Target, Michael's, whatever your craft store is, types of paint. I've got just a collection of little rubber stamps, whatever you have. Don't go out and buy anything, because who the heck needs that? And like just some little words that I have here. I print these out from the internet all the time, and I cut them up and use them in most of my work. So, and they're free. You can just Google, I don't know, collaged words or something like that on Pinterest, or follow me, because I've got a boatload of them on my board. So yeah, so grab some stuff, grab some pens, pencils, whatever you want to use, and it's kind of a mindless activity, which is awesome. You can do it in front of the TV, movie, whatever, because it's raining outside today, so I thought that would be a good day to do this. And yeah, so I'm just going to get my stuff together, and then we'll get started. Okay, so we made all these cute little monsters on our little pieces of scrap paper, which I adore. I think they came out really, really cute. They have so many fun little colors, and it's just like mindless doodling, which I love. Didn't really even think about it, didn't think about the colors, nothing. And there they came out. So I took them, scanned them into my computer, and then touched up the white. Like some of the spots, I went over. So whatever, no big deal. Touched them up, and then I put them on, scanned them in on a sheet, put them into my word processing program, and now I have a whole sheet of them. So I got up some of my blank coins that I have in my stash that I just keep so that when I do things like this, they're already pre-made. And then I'm just going to cut them out and put them onto I'm going to start with these guys, put them onto my coins and make some cute little artist trading coins. And these are awesome to put on like little note cards or tags, that kind of thing, where you want to have something unique, but you don't have time to make something one of a kind. So that's why I always scan in my artwork and save it on my computer, and then I can use it to print it out and put it on other different projects that I can use for various things. So that I do want to give something, like say I have to give a birthday card, and everybody and their uncle in this area that I make cards for expects me to make a handmade card, because that's just what I've always done. But sometimes, more so as of late, I just don't have the time to. So when I have something like this and I make my cards, I still have my artwork scanned in digital format, and then I can use that, and it's still something I made, and it's still personable, but it's, I didn't have to sit down and start it from scratch. So it's pretty cool. And I haven't always done this, but I just started to really kind of get into it in the last couple of years, because I am, by trade, I am a graphic designer. I went to college for graphic design. I have my own graphic design business on the side, where I do websites and logos and all that kind of fun stuff. So I do have the access to that kind of stuff, and I thought, well, you know how to do it, stupid, so just do it. So that's what I do. So I've got these little backgrounds, and let's see. Let's try, this one's just kind of a funky one, but these are a little small for that, so maybe I'll go and maybe I'll cut out a larger one, because these are kind of big for this. I think these guys that I just fussy cut would be better for a smaller coin. So I'm going to actually go back and do my larger ones. But what I love about these little painted quirky dudes is that you don't have to have a plan. You don't have to have a specific, like, sketched out idea or plan in your head of what you want them to look like. I literally just sat here and slapped paint down on paper. And I know it probably sounds like, well, you know what you're doing, but I really don't. I didn't have a plan. I just grabbed the colors that I like out of my little spinny paint thing over here, and I just used craft paint because I'm trying to use up everything, or a good portion of what I have in my studio, because we are going to be moving within the next couple of months, and it's more money to move stuff, so if I use it up and I can throw it out, or whatever, then I don't have as much shit to get rid of. So sorry, I'm a swearer. Then anyway, so he's cute on here. I don't know, the green guy will be too green. I'm gonna try to cut out this little girl. I assume she's a girl. I don't know. I gave her fancy eyelashes, so I just say she's a little girl. There goes my garbage man. He is always right on top of what time he gets here. He gets here at the same time every single week. I could set a clock by this guy. So I probably should have been smarter about my video recording and not done it on the exact time that I knew he's coming. But hey, you got to do it when you have some time. So let's see. Yeah, I like that better. I just think that it stands out better. But look at how stinking stupid cute she is. I love her. I think she's weird, and she's funky, and she's cute. And I like that. I don't know. It's just, I don't like things to be so perfect and proper and prim. And that's what I always tell my kids, you don't have to have everything be spit spot and look just like a picture in a magazine. I was always like a total OCD kid where everything had to be perfect. But now, as I've gotten to be an adult and I've gotten more into doing my art instead of doing computer-generated stuff, you have to get to the point where you're like, dude, lay off all the crazy stuff and just go with what you think looks nice. That's what I do, and I make mistakes. I'm not, I like this. I'm not one of those people that sits there and is like, you can't make a mistake. I actually am like the queen of mistakes. That gives a neat texture. Wonder how that'll dry. Let's see if it does. But I think you have to make mistakes, and you have to see if it looks like shit, then it looks like shit, and grab a thing of gesso and slap it on there. Whoops, whoa, and start again. Who really cares? I mean, it's not. Nobody's gonna die because you made a mistake in art. And that's how I feel. I don't think there are any mistakes in art. I think it's whatever you think looks good is what it's meant to be like. And if somebody else doesn't like it, then who the hell cares? That's how I think. I mean, I was just at a craft show this weekend, and it's the biggest one that I do. And it's really like one of the only ones that I do because it's just, with 3 little kids and a house and my mom living here and all that stuff, I don't have a lot of time to put into that kind of stuff right now. So I only do one like real big art show a year. So at any rate, blah blah blah. I had this craft show this weekend, and it's an awesome one in my town. And I love my little town. It's cute, and but I had some people come in and they were like, "Oh my God, I love your stuff. It's so fun. It's so pretty. It's so colorful. It's vibrant." Yay, that's exactly what I want you to say. I want you to be happy when you look at my stuff. But then I had, I can think of one old lady who came in. She was like, "I don't like this style because it's not realistic. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like a photograph." Well, you know what, lady? Shove it up your ass, go over to the photography booth, and get out of my booth. You don't need to be in my booth. I don't need you to come into my booth and tell me you don't like my stuff. I like my stuff, and I think that's all that matters. So that's where I go off on a little tirade, because I think people, their opinions, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Fine, love it. I have mine, you have yours, but you don't need to come in and try to make somebody feel like shit or make them feel like you're better than them because you don't think that blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Then go somewhere else that makes you happy. I'm happy here. I'm happy making my weird little quirky little people. That's all we need to do. So anyway, that's my pep talk for the moment. I tend to fly off the handle when it comes to stuff like that, because I say that like with my kids all the time. They get worried, well, what if I write this and my teacher doesn't like this, or what if I do this and somebody laughs at me. And my thing that I always say to my kids is, you know what, you shouldn't give a rat's ass what anybody else thinks of what you make. What you make makes you happy, and if they don't like it, they don't have to like it. Make it to make you happy, right? That's what I think. Don't care what everybody else thinks. I think everybody's so opinionated, and they have so many things that they want to do. And honest to God, and then this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, is I think people like to make other people feel like shit so that they can make themselves feel better. So, and I'm not one of those people. I want everybody to be happy. And if you're not happy with yourself, then don't make me feel bad because you don't like whatever the hell you have going on in your life. Work it out. So anyway, that's that. So I'm off my soapbox, but anyway, I just wanted to share that because that's the kind of person I am. I am a straight shooter. I am a person who I tell it like it is. I'm not going to sit there and say, I don't like what this looks like. I'm going to keep my mouth shut because my mother always taught me, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Hey, that looks great. Okay, I would never buy it, but fine. But I like her. I think she's adorable, and I'm going to have to add little bits to them once they dry. But I think they came out really cute. So I keep a whole little stack of these, of all my little things that I paint. Here are the other ones, and I keep them. You're gonna love my my storage system. I'm kind of like an idiot when it comes to storage systems, but hello, takeout box, yes. So I have all these things that I've painted, watercolors that I've done, some mixed media stuff, and then these are all just like cutouts of weird things either that I've bought online or that I found on Pinterest or whatnot. So I keep these together. Eventually, once I have more items that are mine that I've made, I'll separate them and I'll put the stuff that I've made in a separate, probably a takeout container. Although, pause, I was just told by my husband, who I made him soup for lunch this morning, and he brought it to work, and he just sent me a message, and he said, where did you get these Tupperware containers? They're the greatest things. Pioneer Woman. Love them. Love her. He said, throw out everything else. We're getting all Pioneer Woman. So yay, because I happen to love the Pioneer Woman. All right, so anyhow, so yeah, I'm just going to let these dry, and I have to go make my mom some lunch, and then I'll come back, and I'm going to add a couple little things, and then I'll share with you once they're all done, and you can kind of get a look at how they came out, and I think you should totally try it. It's fun. It's easy. It's no rules. No rules, just right. Wasn't that like some sort of something on TV, I think I remember. But yeah, so, okay, I'm going to head off, make my mom some lunch, and then I'll share some little bits at the end, some photos of how these all came out when I'm done. Have a great day. If you can, subscribe, because that would be awesome that I know people are actually watching my videos. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you try this or if you like this, or if you have any other ideas for things I should do. And as I look outside, the UPS man is backing up into my driveway, so I'm going to cut out before the dogs go cuckoo. And okay, thanks for watching, and check me out online, glimmerbug.com. Have a great day.